Hello and welcome back to Wildsunne Art Studio. My name is Robinsunne, and today we're here to work on an art journal again. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. So last time we got together, we were working on this cutie pie little journal, and I took you through cutting the big piece of paper, and we discussed two different cuts. Once we got it folded in 8 equal parts going this way and 4 equal parts going this way, and you open it up and you can see, I did on this paper, I just drew them in pencil lines, but you can see all the fold marks. And if you cut down the fold marks in a certain pattern, you get a sequence of sort of a whole line of papers that are attached all along, and you can fold them back and forth and make a lovely accordion kind of a book. So one pattern that I showed you yesterday was this, what I call spiral. So you start at the outside edge, cut almost all the way, but leave this attached. Leave this attached, come down, make sure this is all attached, and cut up to here, leaving that attached. The other one I showed you was kind of this waterfall. So you start at the outside edge and cut up to the left and up to the right. But I looked around through my art books yesterday and I found another pattern of cutting which I think is an even better cutting pattern. The book is called Cover to Cover. It was written by Shireen LaPlante in 1995 and published by Lark Books. So this cutting pattern is you start on the outside edge and cut all the way up in a straight line until you get to the last one, and you leave these last two blocks attached. And then you come over to the right hand side, start at the outside and cut all the way up, but leave these 2 blocks attached. Then you go back to the left hand or the other side and cut all the way up that fold line and leave, but stop, so you leave these 2. And you can then accordion fold your book, making lots and lots of pages, all in one direction. And you've got a front cover and a back cover and lots of pages in between. So I recommend that as the very best cut. However, yesterday when I was cutting this book, I did the spiral, the going around cut, which is fine. And I thought I'd walk you through gluing the book today. So I've already started, and then I realized you needed to see this. So I glued, nothing's attached, it's just an accordion. And I realized that makes it a little, if you just leave it like this, it's like, well, where do you put the writing and how do you figure that out? And I thought, oh, well, if I took these pages and glued them together, then I could make pockets in here like this, ta-da, with a bigger piece of paper, of course. And that would, I'm starting at the end of the book because I've already glued a bunch in the beginning of the book. But you need to do the whole book. So this pocket is already obviously attached on that side. So we're just going to glue the bottom and the spine side. And this paper, I think, is considered pastel drawing paper. So there's a little tooth, and the glue, this is paper, the glue is going to stick. But I like to give it just a little bit of rubbing, I don't know, 15-20 seconds of a little pressure and a little rubbing just to make sure that that glue really stays where I want it to. And then this page can be a pocket if we glue, again, the bottom and the spine side. So we're going to go through the whole book like this, and we're going to end up with a whole, you can see here the thumb holes for the pockets, and we're going to have a whole book full of pockets, which is really fun because then we get to, and this is what I want you to do for homework. I want you to measure. It'll be different for all of us depending on what the original size of your big paper was, whether you're using a brown paper bag or fancy art paper or, I don't know, craft paper, mailing craft paper on a tube or whatever you're using. So let's see, we've got that one done and that one done. We need to do this one. So we'll glue the spine side and the bottom side. And I find that it's sort of easy to get confused with which side is which. Am I gluing the front of the page or the back inside of the page? You always want to be gluing the back inside of the page, not the front of the page, because that is going to face out. So let's go back to where I was in the front. Okay, so this is my next page. So I just want to make sure that I am where I think I am. And then I can take this, open it up. I know this is the spine side. So I want to glue the spine side and the bottom. And I keep almost saying this and then I stop mid-sentence. Your homework tonight, between now and the next video, is going to be to cut cards that will fit inside, fit inside these pockets. So it won't be the width of the page because we've got glue there, so it'll be a little shorter. And besides, you want to cut it a little narrower anyway to have lots of ease in pulling stuff in and out. All right, this is our next page. Glue the bottom. The spine side. Okay, there's the next one. The spine side. And the Maybe it would be easiest if I always kept the spine side right there when I'm gluing. A little pressure for a sec. I wanted these to show so you had something pretty to look at while I am just pressing the glue. Alright, how far did we go? There. So this is our next one. Spine side. And the bottom. If you're interested about some of these rubber stamps, these are all hand carved, and my postcards across the COVID miles, session 11, I think, has the information about cutting rubber stamps. I didn't actually show you how to do it, but I think there's lots of information all over YouTube. Okay, so now we have sort of an interesting section. We're going to have sideways pockets, so one here, and one here, and one here. So that needs some glue on the spine side and the bottom. That'll leave me access. We're having a lovely rainy day in the middle of winter here in Maine. It's a really good day to stay inside and play in one's studio. Okay, here's another one. I'm gonna glue the spine side, and this time we're gonna glue the top and have access from the outside. So I hope wherever you are, you're feeling cozy and artistic. And here's the last one. So we will glue spine side and the bottom, and have access from the right hand side. So we can turn this into a meditation every time I have to sit and hold the glue in place. I can take a deep breath. So this is to glue the spine side and the bottom of the pocket. And we will have access from the top. And take a nice big breath in and a nice easy breath out. Let the glue do its thing. Okay, there's that one, there's that one, and then we already did those two at the back. So there's our lovely book with lots of places to tuck pretty cards, and even some side pockets. So again, your homework, should you choose, Mission impossible. No, mission very possible. Measure the pockets, and a lot of them will be the same. All these ones that were glued on the side and on the bottom will pretty much have the same measurements. So don't measure where the glue is. Measure about that much space. And I like to measure the cards so that they'll stick out just a little. Or what you can do is measure a card that you can tuck all the way in, and it's got a little tab at the top to hold on to. So it's really easy to pull out. And you can make the tabs pretty in any way that you feel is pretty. And then they'll all kind of pop out, and the side pockets will have tabs on the side. So make your cards tonight, and tomorrow I have my little cheat sheet here. Tomorrow we get to decide how to decorate and what colors to use. And I'm right in the middle of working on this, but just to show you that it's possible to make a book out of a piece of, by cutting open a paper bag. And in some of these pockets, you can see the printing on the inside. So just fold it so that you get the brown side. And I'll show you this book probably tomorrow as we talk about ideas for decorating our books. So I'll make sure you have all the ideas that I've used here in these books so far. And I even have a fourth book. Books. Isn't this fun? So books are good sort of for two things. One is so that we can write or draw or put stuff of our own into them. So we need some blank space to be able to do that. And the other kind of a book is a picture book. And we get to glean information or just really enjoy what's inside of the book and take a lovely visual or intellectual trip with the books. So my blessing for you today is may you have lots of books in your life that take you to delicious places. Ta-ta. Here we go. Lots of little blessings shining out across the universe. All right, bye. I'll see you tomorrow.